We're heading south of Seattle to the Krainick Dairy. I'm here with Leanne Krainick, and we're in one of your fields surrounded by some of your lovely ladies.
They are
right?
lovely ladies, aren't they? We have about 2,600 animals all together.
Wow.
They're all spread out over 1,000 acres here on the Enumclaw Plateau. Even though we have as many animals that we do and we have as much land that we do, it's still very much a family operation. My husband and I are out working with these girls every single day.
Where does the milk go?
A truck will come here every night and pick it up in his tanker. We ship about 9,000 gallons a day, and it'll go to a plant where it's pasteurized and then either bottled or made into some of the things that we enjoy, like butter, ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese. And within 48 hours, it's at your local store.
So we are headed to the parlor?
So we are headed to the parlor.
Now that sounds fancy.
It is fancy.
Well, hi ladies. How's it going?
We want this to be a very comfortable place for the cows. It's kind of like when you and I go to the spa, we want to relax. Washington dairies are very concerned about milk quality. We want that for our consumers, but we also, you know, if you have low quality milk, that means your cows aren't doing very well either. And animal welfare is very important to us.
All this milk starts with feed, and at Krainick Dairy, they feed their cows with their own special recipe with ingredients from some unexpected places.
Because we're so close to Seattle, we take advantage of that. So we get spent grain from about 15 breweries and distilleries around Seattle. It smells a little bit like beer.
It does kind of, yeah, it smells good.
This is alfalfa we get from eastern Washington. Very important to have the green leaves. So another thing we're blessed with in Puget Sound is lots of bakeries. This is actually a cookie dough. This is our energy source. This is their fat source. So we can feed this instead of corn. This is grass silage, and basically what grass silage is pickled grass.
Pickled grass.
Farmers use this because we need a feed source of forage for our cows year round, and this is one way of doing that. This is
all
it.
The stuff mixed together.
This is everything mixed together.
This is the recipe. You can smell just about everything in there.
When you want cows, you want them all laying down, chewing their cud. That means they're comfortable.
Yeah.
That's when cows make milk, is when they're comfortable like that.
And when you have cows, milk isn't the only thing they're producing. All right, so what am I standing in?
We care a lot about the environment, so we don't want any of our manure to go into streams. We worked with a company called Dairy Tech up in Linden, Washington, and they invented a machine called a bedding master, which is an in-vessel composter. It takes our manure, puts it in a hopper, and it's in the vessel, turning for 3 days, about 160 degrees. That's enough to dry down the cow manure fiber and sterilize it.
So everything here is reused and comes around.
There's definitely a loop. We have a unique partnership with Elysian Brewery in Seattle. Well, they have a great pumpkin beer festival every October.
Okay.
So what a great thing to have a sustainable circle where we feed the spent grain to our cows. Our cows make Scarecrow's Pride, that's used to grow giant pumpkins. And we take those giant pumpkins to their beer festival. Last year, we filled a 1,750-pound pumpkin with 3 kegs of beer, and we tapped it.
No
1,200
way!
people. It was so much fun. And of course, once we were done with the pumpkin, we brought the pumpkin back home for the cows to eat.
Yeah.
So they loved it.
They got a treat too.
They did.